So with that being said, I'm going to say this: the Ravens season is over. I
Mm.
think it's safe to say that my Super Bowl prediction of the Ravens is officially dead. I think this is a lost year because of injuries, because of regression from the players, and because of bad coaching. I think it's safe to say that we can scratch off the Ravens as Super Bowl contenders. And if I'm the Ravens right now, given everything that's happened the past few days, I'm trying to tank. We need to get a high draft pick because as of this moment, this defense is not good enough. We thought it was good enough given some of the pieces. But some of the guys on the team, they just regress so much that you have to fill some of these spots with younger talent, ascending talent, because a lot of these dudes, their best days are numbered. So that's where I'm at with the Ravens. I think offensively they're going to be fine because they have Lamar, because they have some pieces. But defensively, they're going to have to fill some holes, man, because some of these dudes are just not good, and they need a new defensive coordinator. And I think John Harbaugh potentially needs to be out as well because you were looked at as one of the better teams in the NFL this season. You were looked at as possibly the best team in the NFL, and you lay an egg like this. Even when you were healthy, you lay an egg. Something has to give. A message needs to be sent. And John Harbaugh has been with the Ravens for so long. He's won a Super Bowl with them. Sometimes it just comes to a point where you need a new voice. And maybe John Harbaugh, he's just overstayed his welcome and his voice is getting tiresome. And they need a new voice. And that's fine. The Packers got rid of Mike McCarthy and he won a Super Bowl with them. And guess what? They get Matt LaFleur first year. They go to the NFC Championship game and they've been winning ever since. Maybe the Ravens just need a new voice. Maybe that's just the case because as of this moment, given what we've seen from the Ravens from 2019 on, although they've been winning a lot of games, situationally, in the biggest of games, they fall flat. You can blame, oh, it's because of this guy. Oh, it's because of this guy. Oh, because of the defense. I just think when you see this occurring for the past 6 years, a lot of that has to boil down to the head coach and what he's doing and what habits he's teaching. I just think they need a new voice. I know people like, who are you going to replace him with? Well, hey, there's somebody out there. There's
Shoot,
somebody
put
out there.
Todd Monken as the head coach.
Well, I don't know how he is as a leader, but
Okay,
there's
true.
somebody out there. We found Matt LaFleur, and he became a good coach, even though he still has his own um, flaws. But
To
there's
establish
somebody
the
out there.
freaking Ravens, like who they people will be lining up to coach Lamar Jackson. You kidding me?
There's somebody out there that you can find. I hate when people say, "Oh, who are you going to replace him with?" That's the problem. That's how you don't win. That's how you remain where you're at. It's because you have that thought process of who are we going to replace him with? You have Lamar freaking Jackson. You're going to be fine. Find a bright young mind who's a good leader, a good teacher, and bring him to the fold. There's guys out there that can do that. You just have to do your homework. Simple as that. What was your thoughts on the Ravens? And then I'm gonna also transition to the Chiefs as well because I wanted to talk a little bit about the Chiefs. But what was your thoughts on the Ravens? Um, I don't know. I guess as of this moment, do you think their season's over? Uh, yeah, do you think their season's over?
Oh man, the Ravens, they looked horrible in that game versus the Chiefs. Even before all the injuries really hit them during the middle of the game, they just didn't look. Once again, they didn't look prepared. They didn't look ready for the moment yet again. And this is my gripe with John Harbaugh. He's been in great position with good teams and good rosters year after year. But when it comes to those, the Bills, the Chiefs of the world, think about it. The last real game that a Harbaugh led team showed up for was 2023 against the Niners, where the defense forced 5 turnovers. Other than that, haven't really seen it. You go, oh, they beat the Texans, but like, were the Ravens really in any danger of losing that game? No. But it's just a constant cycle. And I'm just going to figure out, when are fans going to get tired of it? I'm already seeing a campaign of a small section of Ravens fans wanting to get rid of Harbaugh. Because while he isn't a bad coach, I feel like he's overstayed his welcome with the team. He won that ring in the Obama administration. We got to get over that. Like, seriously. Because he had rosters just as good as that Ravens team, and they just haven't got it done. I felt like I knew the writing was on the wall when they lost to the Chiefs in the NFC Championship game, where they held the Chiefs to like 3 points in the second half, and they still couldn't get it done. What more can you really ask?
Yeah.
One of the best teams we've seen in our lifetime, getting held to 3 points second half, you still can't win, and you're the home team. That is inexcusable. And we're just now seeing the mask is starting to fall on the mystique of John Harbaugh. And as far as the season goes, if Lamar is going to miss more than two weeks, I think you may be able to stay afloat if you play, like, if your offense just continues to function where you run through Derrick Henry and run off as Derrick Henry and he just goes crazy these next 2 weeks. I don't think the season is over. But if Lamar, if you drop these next 2 games, honestly, if you drop the next game, it's over. You lose to the Texans, I think the season is over. Because you would be, what, 1-4?
Yeah.
Going to week 5 in a competitive AFC division. And we talk about, we got resurgence. Well,
North sucks this year. Let's
the North
be honest.
Not division, conference. Excuse me, conference.
Yeah, conference.
Because we got emergencies from teams like the Colts and stuff like that. They ready to step up and take your spot.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta find a way to survive these next 2 games, at the very least, until Lamar comes back. But hamstrings never really heal fully. He will be playing and it will be lingering. And mobility is a huge part of Lamar's game. In pocket, out the pocket. So that offense may be very much hindered for the rest of the season in order for Lamar to not re-aggravate that hamstring. So honestly, it might be over. Because we all saw what that D-line looked like without Matabuki in them. They got no push on the Chiefs. And the Chiefs' O-line is not very great, as we all seen. Mahomes was doing whatever he wanted back there. Juju Smith looked the lead out there. Xavier Worthy, he first week back off of injury, he was going crazy. They had Pacheco looking. Pacheco looked fast out there. That's how bad the defense was.
Yeah.
That defense isn't going to lead you anywhere, honestly. I don't know if it's scheme or the players themselves, but man, it is such an underperforming unit. It is a shame. And on the Chiefs end, hey man, they did what they had to do. They needed a W in a real way. They needed to beat one of the alleged top dogs in the conference, and they went out and did that. Put up 37 points. Mahomes threw for 3 touchdowns, almost 300 yards. It looked like vintage Mahomes, and the fact that vintage, that's not a good indicator for where he's at in his personal playing career right now. But you got to take the wins where you can get them. But man, that Ravens, man, it's just so uninspiring. It was such an uninspiring performance from them, even before Lamar was out the game, and people thought he quit. Lamar, in my opinion, wouldn't quit on this team. I don't think we've seen any semblance of him doing that ever. So I don't know where that narrative came from, but yeah, it's especially got Cooper Rush back there. Oh goodness, he's horrible. I tried to people swore he was coming for Dak's job just because he won a few games that one year. Like, come on, man, let's be realistic. It might be over, but I'm gonna give it a couple weeks. You lose to the Texans though, just pack it in.
Yeah, because it is they are fortunate to be playing this way in a year where the AFC North is god awful and the Steelers look like the best team in the AFC North, and we all know how just up and down the Steelers have been this entire season.
Mike Tomlin can't keep getting away with this.
I know, right? It looks like he's gonna win have another winning season and potentially be a division champ.